Bali Hotels Association kembali menegaskan komitmennya dalam menjaga kelestarian lingkungan dengan mendukung Sungai Watch dalam upaya memerangi polusi sampah plastik. Sebagai langkah nyata, Bali Hotels Association berperan aktif dalam pemasangan penghalang sampah atau barrier baru di sungai di Jalan Pendawa Kekeran, Mengwi, Badung, pada Kamis, 6 Maret 2025 pagi. Langkah ini bertujuan untuk mengurangi aliran sampah plastik ke sungai dan laut, sekaligus melindungi ekosistem perairan di Bali. Kolaborasi Bali Hotels Association dan Sungai Watch dalam memerangi polusi sampah plastik menjadi bukti nyata upaya industri pariwisata Bali dalam menjaga kelestarian lingkungan. Dengan inisiatif seperti ini, Bali Hotels Association terus memimpin perubahan berarti dalam pariwisata berkelanjutan.
The activity today is held by...
So the activity that we are doing through Bali Hotels Association is part of the overall philosophy of trying to really educate Bali hotels, but also to educate staff in all the hotels about not using plastic. So the association with Sungai Watch is really about enhancing and really about promoting the ability to not use plastic. And in 2025, Bali Hotels Association have committed to become a signatory of United Nations Global Plastic Tourism Initiative. So this means that we basically ask every hotel in Bali not to use plastic, or not to use plastic that is only one-time use. Because we all understand that plastic is part of kind of what we now work with, and that's very difficult to get rid of. But where we can cut down is really not using that plastic. But it's also about educating a lot of the hotel teams and the hotel staff that goes back to their families and saying, don't use this plastic, don't use plastic bags when you go to the market, don't use plastic just one time. Because actually you can have recycled bags, and the result, what we see, is basically what we see down here, that the plastic gets thrown into the rivers. So really what needs to happen is that Bali needs to have a philosophy of how do we upcycle, but more importantly, how do we actually cut down. So when I go to a Pepito or I go to a supermarket, then I ask for something, then they don't give me a plastic bag. Or if I go to the Mambal market or here in Mingwi market, the Mingwi Bazaar, that they don't give me a plastic bag. So it's really about emphasizing that we can actually operate in a hotel without using so much plastic. And this process really highlights the sadness of what goes on in the villages, up in the highlands, in the rivers, where plastic just gets thrown into it gets burnt, and then it gets thrown into the river. So this is a way of kind of stopping it, highlighting it. And the beautiful thing is what Sungai Watch are doing is that they upcycle. They make, of course, a lot of the plastic into furniture, into other use that we can use in the hotels. But actually also what we can do with upcycling is we can put it into cement, we can put it into materials we use every single day. So it's actually part of a bigger picture. But it's really our way of saying to hoteliers, let's all come together and let's all help, let's help Bali cut down and Bali become a better destination that is cleaner. And the more we do that, the more information, the more the media talks about it, the more hopefully the people in the villages, they start saying, okay, I shouldn't be using a plastic bag when I go to the supermarket. I take a bag that I can recycle many, many times. And I mean, if you take your hotels, I mean, you are all doing small things that helps basically, that helps not use plastic. So maybe Viceroy and Angit from Holiday Inn and Potato Head, I mean, you are all doing amazing work to make sure that plastic is not part of our day-to-day operations, and it can be done.
Yeah. It's a collective effort.
Yeah, so the more we all do, but also it's us putting pressure on suppliers.
Yep.
And saying to suppliers, no, don't deliver it in plastic. Don't deliver fruit that's wrapped in plastic, because why do we need to do that? I mean, the fruits come from the beautiful areas of Kintamani, and then you pack it in plastic. It doesn't make any sense. So it's changing the mindset. That's the really important part. And more and more your staff are now being educated. More and more the staff are now embracing it. General managers are being much more proactive with what we do. and really realizing that we don't need to do it. I mean, we don't need to use plastic in our everyday environment. We can change, because the more we do, the sad is what we see here. And this is terrible. And we see next door the big rubbish plant there. This is the sadness, where actually there is ways of getting rid of it. But the best message is just cut down on using everything plastic. You don't need to use everything in plastic. The bottled water that people drink so much of, disuse a container like this. Disuse disuse a container like this that can keep your water, that you can refill many times and can be used. You don't need to go and buy a plastic bottle from the various supermarkets. So there is many different ways of doing it, and you shouldn't be afraid to try and push that. And also, for the Balinese here, it's a change of mindset. It's teaching your children, it's teaching your grandparents, your mothers and fathers, not to do the same things.
Sampah ini. Nah, setelah dipasang ini, kita akan regularly clean the river about 3 to 4 times per week. Dan what makes us different from other organizations is that we don't just collect the waste, but we also bring it back to the station. We sort it to different 30 to 60 different categories, ya. Jadi 30-60 kategori berbeda. Lalu kita pilah, kita cuci juga. Dan kenapa kita pilah dan cuci? Karena kita ingin sebisa mungkin menurunkan kuantitas sampah yang ke TPA atau ke landfill. Karena kita ingin bisa oversee semua tahap kehidupan si sampah ini ya. Jadi end to end. Sebisa mungkin kami make sure bahwa sampah contoh plastik ini kita bisa cuci, cacah, sortir, dan kita upcycle dengan contohnya sister company kita namanya Sungai Design. Itu memproses plastik ke furnitur gitu. Ada beberapa sampah non-organik lain yang kita temukan di sungai, misalnya styrofoam, plastik kresek, plastik gelas. Memang banyak yang plastik ya, tapi sebenarnya lumayan bervarian. Jadi sebisa mungkin kami pun mencari off-taker sih kami panggilnya ya, yang responsible untuk make sure material ini berguna di akhirnya dan tidak kembali mencemari lingkungan.
Yang bisa disaring sama jenis sampah ini apa? Jenis sampah apa?
Jenis sampah yang kami kolek itu non-organik. Saat ini kita tidak punya kapasitas untuk mengkolek organik ya. Jadi organik itu bisa bangkai binatang, kotoran manusia, gitu. Nah, ada juga yang namanya residu. Residu tetap kita kolek jika kita bisa. Residu itu biasanya tisu atau misalnya kertas minyak. Walaupun dia kertas nasi ada lapisan minyak, itu kita sebutnya residu. Pampers, menstruation pads, itu residu. Jadi kategorinya lumayan banyak ya untuk non-organik, tapi one of the key types itu.
Berapa sampah sih sebenarnya yang bisa
Per barrier atau satu sungai watch? Per barrier. Oke, jadi yang tadi diliput adalah barrier tipe floater, ukurannya lumayan besar karena memang ukuran sungai ini juga lumayan besar gitu ya. Jadi untuk kami kita akan aim untuk collect sampah sebanyak 1,5 ton atau 1,500 kilograms by the end of the year. Thank you. Thank you.
Dari satu alat ini?
Dari satu jaring ini selama 12 bulan.
Itu dari Sungai Watch sudah ada berapa barrier yang sudah dipasang di seluruh Bali?
Aku punyanya datanya saat ini di kepalaku satu Indonesia ya. Jadi kita di Bali, di Jawa Timur, East Java, Banyuwangi, baru juga di Sidoarjo, sekitar 300-an lebih yang
Seluruh
sudah
Indonesia.
dipasang.
Tapi mayoritas di Bali.
Bali, East Java, ya dua itu. Bukan Indonesia sih, Bali dan East Java. So I can't give you a Bali stat. It's a Bali and East Java stat. Is that okay? Is that clear?
Iya.
Okay, great.
Itu pemasangan itu apa? Sering memang berkala rutin atau
Pemasangan
kerja sama dulu atau gimana?
Betul, jadi ini kan memang it's dependent on every sponsor actually. Di sini satu barrier ini disponsori oleh satu organisasi. Lalu station kita itu punya, kita menghandle atau oversight 28 barrier yang berbeda. Kita juga punya format di mana satu station itu disponsor oleh satu entitas penuh gitu ya. Di sini itu di kapal ada organisasi atau individu seperti BHA, there's about 26 or 28 of them. Jadi kayak semacam nyawer gitu kasarnya ya, pada patungan gitu, patungan barrier. Tapi ada juga misalnya kita punya sponsor Corona the beer. We also have Marriott, we have Solgar. So these organization, they donated 6 figures. Jadi di antara 300,000 plus minus USD to sponsor an entire station. Itu.
Menggandeng BHA sendiri harapannya kepada pariwisata Bali maupun ekonomi Bali seperti apa?
Jadi sebenarnya secara sistemik ya, permasalahan sampah itu kan sebenarnya ada kira-kira 3 stakeholder ya. 1 kita masyarakat, 2 itu corporation, including corporation that creates this waste, including the fast-moving consumer goods corporations, but also actually including smaller businesses, all kinds of businesses. And the third is definitely government and policy maker. Jadi sebenarnya hubungan dan partnership dengan BHA ini sangat baik ya, karena we always need representation of businesses, because we want to remind people that when you want to make profit, you can do it while doing good as well. Dan mau itu bisnis sekecil apapun di rumah, atau misalnya medium UMKM, atau sebesar mungkin hotel luxury but only with 1 branch, 2 branch, like there's always ways that we can reduce single-use plastic and waste. And I think the fact that people see Bali hotels come and help us, I hope that inspires other businesses to also be more eco-friendly. Doesn't have to be sponsoring us, but just the awareness that we can also do more for the ecosystem. Gitu.
Nah, untuk satu ini kira-kira biayanya berapa stasiun?
Di sini 6.000 USD
Per
1 tahun. Jadi 6.000 USD.
Satu ber.
Betul, tapi diingat juga, barrier ini kan untuk membantu 1 tahun untuk 1 station ya, gitu. Kita full time employment, about 16 people, 16 orang full time BPJS, UMK even higher than UMK kadang-kadang ya. Kita juga punya machinery, kita juga ada proses sorting. Jadi ini tuh untuk setahun lebih. Jadi kalau kita hitung 6.000 dibagi 12, dibagi per head, dibagi barang-barang ya.
Oh, termasuk operasional tuh ya?
Betul banget, betul banget. Dan operasionalnya pun juga ada proses yang mencuci, mencacah dan sebagainya. Gitu, nggak cuma buang aja.
Mereka kolek sampahnya di sini berapa hari sekali?
Seminggu reguler 3-4 kali.
Itu keliling berarti terus ya setiap.
Betul, jadi beda-beda poin, ada rutenya.